Well, it's funny, I was in different films. I started with Iron Man, which was the least fantastical, meaning, it's conceivable. A suit like that, it's conceivable. And then I went into Thor, and it felt like a very different chapter of a very different book, Asgard. And then The Avengers, which brought all those things together, which felt like a much different, bigger one. And then I moved into the much smaller one where much more of the focus of the story was on my character. Marvel is a giant book, and it has different kinds of chapters, and some have illustrations and some are photographs, and they're very different. This one seems very specific, but it still feels part of that. And when I see Lady Sif show up, or I see Director Fury show up, I feel like, we're doing a smaller movie. A smaller short movie every week, and certainly some of the visual effects and stunts that are happening more and more, it feels even more like a small movie and not so small. I guess it's one of the most exciting things about it to me. I don't feel like I've seen it done before. Some of the scripts that I've read and that are coming up, it feels like a new version of telling a story across different media than I've ever seen before, and it's very much like the comic books. You see characters go from one to another to a big group book, and this feels like a part of that.
What can we expect from the season 2?
I don't know. I don't think they've announced that we have one yet. I haven't even read the final episode of this season, so I have a feeling once I've read that, I'll have a better idea what's going to happen next year if I'm still around.
Well, how is the experience working with the directors and other agents?
Say it again?
How is the experience of working with the director and other
Oh yeah, we have a lot of different directors. They come on board. They're kind of like a new mission specialist every week. We've had great ones so far. And they've been really good about helping us come together as a team. The fun thing about the show is Agent Coulson has a team of young agents, and I have a team of mostly young actors who I've never worked with, and so we've been coming together as a team as the season progressed, and it very much makes our job easier.
And my question for you is, Coulson right now has a lot of anger going on, feeling betrayed by Fury, but how do you think he's going to react, well, you know this, how is he going to react to Melinda May's additional betrayal?
Coulson doesn't know about that yet, so I kind of keep myself in that space. All I know is she's the person I've known the longest and I trust the most. She's someone I don't feel like I would ever lie to. So if she's been keeping secrets and lying to me, even though it's S.H.I.E.L.D., that feels like a big betrayal. And what I enjoy so much about the writing of this show, from Joss and all these writers, is it's hard to know where the agent ends and the human being begins. And when you're dealing with what am I doing alive, who do I trust, what have I dedicated my life to, and they've been lying to me, I think it brings up really human stuff in someone who's tried to push that stuff aside. So the really human kind of meaning of life dilemmas are very much at the fore for Agent Coulson. He just found out that he was brought back to life by fusing him with some kind of alien fluid that I can only imagine is still alive inside of him. So what does that mean he is? I like that it means I'm similar to Skye now that we're kind of blood brother and sister, but it's alien blood, and is it done changing us?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a nerd.
And we appreciate that.
Hi.
So Coulson's easily the coolest character in the Marvel Universe. Started in the movies, he's on the cartoons, the TV shows.
I don't know what you've been reading, but I like the way you think, my friend.
So since you are pretty much Coulson, would you say that you're cooler than Robert Downey Jr. since you got a character written into the comics where he just played a character that was already written?
While I'm tempted to say yes, it would be such fiction because everyone knows there's nobody cooler than Robert Downey Jr. And if there is, it's Scarlett Johansson. I'm like, maybe, I don't even think I make the top 10 of cool in the Avengers. I have a very cool job. And if somebody gave you a flying Corvette and a really cool team and pumped you full of some alien blood, you'd be just as cool as I am.
Quick question, how big of an adjustment has it been to carry an entire series, and follow up your Tesla or Lola?
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen.
Dude, that's a tough one. I love my Tesla so much, but it does not fly.
That's true.
And it's not 50 years old. Let me just say that I know some things about Lola that you don't know yet.
Okay.
That when you see them, you'll understand why I would have to give this one to Lola.
Okay.
What was the first part?
How big of an adjustment has it been carrying an entire series?
You know, we're shooting, we're almost finished 21, so that means we've done 19 hours. It's a lot of hours of story, of effects, of fights. The biggest ones are still to come. You haven't even seen them yet. I haven't even read them all yet. So just the workload, what it takes to be a day-to-day S.H.I.E.L.D. agent like Phil Coulson. I have even more respect for the character. I don't know how he survives this on a daily basis. I had so much fun doing the Avengers and those movies and getting to interact with those tremendous actors, but I may have never had more fun than this. Cool.